Do 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 do. Joe and Mr. Greg!
Hi boys and girls, today I'm going to show you how you can draw something like this. It's pretty easy to do. You'll need a perfect circle, a marker, a pen, and a pencil. Okay? Let's get started. So I'm going to draw that and then move it ahead. You want to give yourself a good gap between the wheels because fast cars have longer gaps between them than regular cars. That looks like it's going downhill a little bit, but that's okay. All right, everything else I'm going to draw will be in markers. So again, I'm going to draw those lines, trace over them, and I'm going to be putting in lots of detail with line work. Some of your lines may not match mine completely, and that's okay. All right, let's move on to the body of the car. The body of the car with a fast car is very low, so you're going to put the line for the body really low. The back of the car will be short, and the front of the car will be a little bit longer. Okay? I'm leaving some room back here. You don't have to if you don't want to. Put a line like that. That would be the bumper. And in the front of the car, we'll put a line that goes inward and then back out. A little bit longer than it is. So the top of it's longer than the bottom. Okay, go ahead and draw another zigzag line. And one more line that goes up, but not much higher than the tire. Don't make it go the whole way up here, just a little bit higher than the tire itself. Okay, now this line is going to be important. Above the wheel, not too far up, put a dot. Okay, so instead of above here, come up to the edge of the wheel and put a dot right there. Then we're going to draw a curving line that goes and touches the front of the car. Okay, now another dot will be important here. We're going to find the middle and then move over a little bit from the middle and go up and put another dot like right about there. That's going to be the top of our roof and the windshield. So this is going to have a straight line, and then there's going to be another line that curves from here to here. Okay, now I know that doesn't look like a fast car yet. It looks pretty blocky, but we're going to smooth it out with some thicker lines in a little bit. All right, let's put in some curving lines. This line is going to curve. It's going to go up and down and back up. So up and down and back up. And you can see it connects to the part where the hood touches the windshield. We're going to draw in some diagonal lines now. The diagonal lines are going to be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you have more room, you can put in more. Go ahead and put in another diagonal right there. But don't go the whole way to the top because that one is going to go across and then down. Okay? So you can see that's where the driver would sit. Do 2 more here. 1, 2. And this one, we'll do 2 more here. 1, 2. Now, this, there's a lot of lines that will stay thin, but we're going to make a line right now that's going to be thick. This line is going to be right here. It's going to make it look like it has a shadow to it. So we'll do what we call double thick lines. So it's a line that's twice as thick. Good. Now, I'm going to double thick my whole car. The whole way around. And this is where you can kind of clean up the shape of your car and make it look really like you want it. And if you want to smooth out some areas, change it up, maybe round off some places, this is a good time to do that. Okay, good. Now, as far as all the lines go for the door and the back of the car and the front, some people will make different decisions than I will, but here's some of the main ones. Let's go ahead and get started. There's going to be a line here and a line here that really help to make it look fast. You'll see what I mean later. There's going to be a line here and a line here. Notice this line and this line are similar in their direction. Go ahead and put in another one and then an angle down. Okay. Put in one right here and a couple more down here. The more you put in, the faster it'll look. All right, this is a fun one. I think a lot of kids really enjoy this one. This is going to be a curving line, so it's going to curve down, and before it gets to the bottom, it's going to go forward and stop before it hits the front wheel. We'll do another one that is similar to that, right beside it. Down and curve into that other line that you just drew. That's a little harder than it looks. Then we're going to draw a third line right behind that one and curve it in. Now the reason we drew 3 is because one of those is going to stay white, whereas the other one right here is going to be black, or whatever color you're working with. Looks good. Okay, let's draw a curved line right here that goes up and follows the line of the wheel, but stops before it gets too far up. You don't want to go the whole way up to the hood. And then you're going to draw an angled line down like that. Okay, let's get the front of the car. There's going to be a lot of lines in the front of the car too. Right here, there's going to be a line that goes out to the front and a line that curves up like this, but doesn't go the whole way. Don't make it go the whole way. And then a line here. And now I'm going to go ahead and put in another arrow right there and a line that comes out of the front and through and stops like that. Boy, that looks like a pretty fast car. Let's add the tires and we can call it finished. The tires start with the hub. The hub is in the center, so find the middle and draw in the circle in the middle on both wheels. And then there's going to be another circle right here, and just like we double thick the lines or made our lines really nice and thick on the outside shape, we're going to do that here just by going in and then coloring it. Don't make your wheels too thick. They won't look fast if you do that. Another wheel to color in, double thick. I've had a lot of kids ask me over the years, how do you draw a fast car? So that's why I'm making this video. I hope yours is turning out okay. Now, as far as the wheels go, to make them look good, I'm actually going to bring in a pencil and I'm going to draw in a line down and another one on a diagonal and another one on a diagonal this way and one like this. So it's cross and then an X. Now you can see I've pressed very lightly on that, and the reason I press lightly is because now I'm going to go around it and put V's on the inside of there. And then a little bit later I'm going to erase my pencil lines. Those were just to help me guide my marker. I'm not using them for anything but a guide. Okay? It's not perfect, but again, I'm not worried about it being perfect. I'm just worried about having some fun here. And I hope yours is turning out as good as mine is, or at least you're having some fun. Okay, one thing I would change about that is maybe I would add a little bit of shadow, like right here. You know, make that area darker. Okay. Yeah, oh, that looks pretty cool. Now, as far as coloring this goes, you can choose if you want to make it yellow or red or a really fast color, or just leave it in marker with no color at all. Mine looks pretty good, even though it's not colored. All right, guys, I hope you have fun on this. And there's lots of ways you could do it. You could make it more curvy if you'd like. You could bring the hood further up. You can make the hood curve up over a little higher. You could put a spoiler on the back, make it a convertible. There's tons of ways to do it. I hope you have fun, and I'll see you on the next video.